What's going on? Man, I just got hit with, I think, a pretty powerful one right here. All right. Ireland just got hit with a hurricane, all right? And the trees look freaking fried. Like it looks like they were burnt. Now, all of a sudden, my mom's hit me all excited about this. Are you seeing this shit? That's the vibe I get from the text. But it's like, Uh, during 9/11, no one knows that there was a hurricane that was coming up because they used the disaster to cover up the hurricane. There's also something called the Google barge. Supposedly that was out in the harbor, which had this cube quantum computer weapon thing allegedly. But I'm wondering if they're actually generating the hurricanes because think about it. These things are releasing all kinds of this energy. When particles bounce off one another, they create static. So even water particles, even dust particles, storm cloud particles, salt, dust, these things hit, and that's what from them bouncing off one each other creates a giant electrical charge. So I'm wondering, are they using the hurricanes to create a directed energy weapon, or are they using the hurricane to cover the fact that simultaneously they're blasting these areas with some kind of electromagnetic freaking death ray. Like if you watch this documentary, Where Did the Towers Go? I'm seeing all the information from that video, Melted Cars, where everything that wasn't metal was like it's like there was stuff inside the car that was paper that didn't burn, but everything else burnt. That's not regular fire. You know what I'm saying? And it seems to me that this is so point to the mountain, strike the grindstone, especially when it comes to this hurricane that's never hit Ireland, and you know that there's a war between the Irish church versus the Protestant church or something to that effect, something like that. But and they're also seen as lesser, lower caste when it comes to the royal nobility over there, and that, especially in Europe. Uh, so, and it also says, in Albert Pike, that no one enters in without their Luciferic initiation, which is to actually kill someone. So you got to be willing to become a Nazi and put people to death. Those that you eugenically declare are more related to monkey than you. That's their mindset, not mine. Uh, so, um, it does seem like they literally are just, and they're gonna blame it on climate change. But if truly they are using electromagnetic weapons, DEWs, what was that? Electronic weapon, destructive electronic weapons, uh, electromagnetic weapons. Yeah, man, it's going down. And what's crazy, the weather here has been decent, but it's just been really strangely wet, strangely cold, strangely hot, strangely windy. Clouds been just freaking insane, freaking it's just really weird. So another look, you can't change the weather patterns without changing it somewhere else too. So in a way, in order to steal someone's water with geo warfare, geo engineering, you're taking it from somewhere else. So to make someone have a abundant rain, you might cause someone a drought down the road, or to cause others a drought would cause a flood somewhere else. I mean, it just don't work like that, man. It always worked on its own. Now, the more you tamper with it, something really big and bad's gonna happen, and it could have been avoided if man wasn't so proud and arrogantly trying to become godlike, trying to become Zeus. They can shoot down lightning bolts, and it does fit into the whole schematic of the false prophet being able to make fire come down in the sight of men. because it's not truly like fire, like the element of fire. It's technology. You know what I'm saying? When Elijah called down the fire onto the sacrifice, that was God. You know what I'm saying? Big difference here. Just because the false can do the false miracles now, you know what I'm saying? But you know, God has a way of sandbagging and holding back uh, what's really good. And it's like but the devil gets to masquerade for a time, running around like he's got the power like that. And to some extent, he does have very much power, very much the power of life and death. He's made this world, life is cheap. You got Georgia Guidestones. You got people thinking that it's overpopulation. Bullshizzle. Listen, there are hundreds and hundreds and thousands of bandos in the city. Can't tell me there ain't enough space for everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you don't want people here. You want to kill us off, buy the land up again, and then you want to sell it to foreigners. You know what I'm saying? Basically what it seems like to me. But you want to sell it to the UN. You want to sell it to foreigners. And the UN is just a big giant pyramid scheme. Look at the Rex or King Alfred plan, where they wanted to go in and turn places into third world to destabilize them. Then they come in and buy all their resources for pennies and cause all these little proxy wars all around between the tribes that are there. They do the same thing with the Indians. They're doing it with us right now. Don't you see this left, right, fucking I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat bullcrap going on? They're doing the same thing to us as they do to Africans that chop each other up with machetes. So I just want you people to really put your thinking caps on, really use discernment, pray, 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 keep doing what's right. You do the things you do make a difference for someone. You know what I'm saying? And obedience is better than sacrifice.